That's the best takeaway from the movie.
Yeah. Is it though? And I'll explain why. The writing in this movie was so profoundly bad that I actually do think they stole the script.
I was going to say, did AI write this one? Because we've already questioned that before.
What the hell are we supposed to use, man? Harsh language?
Heyo. Welcome
up,
back,
boy?
gentlemen. How are we doing today? This week? Nothing happened this week, huh? Nothing. Very quiet week in the news. Nothing big going on.
Nope.
How
Nothing happened at all.
How are you guys doing?
I'm pretty good. It's cooling off. Feels good.
Yep. That fall is in the air. How you,
Best
Dusty?
time of the year.
Almost. Yeah. Ready for it. September 22nd, I think, is the autumn equinox.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
And then Sam Hain. Yeah. Putting together a spooky season playlist.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Love me some Halloween. You know, I found out, I don't know if I told you guys, but I found out like the theater up the block from me, the local theater, the small one, they do like you could like, I guess, rent out a theater, like one of the rooms, and basically have like a party, but like you could choose what movie you want to show. I thought about like getting a bunch of my friends together to like split it and have a screening of Halloween on Halloween, like the original.
Nice. Yeah.
Be cool to see in theaters. I haven't seen the original one in theaters, obviously, or I haven't seen a re-release. They haven't done one, as far as I know.
Right.
But I feel like that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah. If you guys
Private
watched anything,
screenings.
what's up?
I was just saying, private screenings always seem pretty fun.
Yeah, it's not really that expensive too. I think it's like $600. So if you figure like, you know, you invite a couple people, they're couples, it's like, I feel like I don't know, it's not that expensive. Like,
Yeah, not
with
really.
everybody
No.
together. If you wanted to do something fun,
Yeah, $600 is really like $20 when you think about it.
right? Exactly. That's exactly
in
what I was thinking.
2025.
I was thinking the same thing when deciding on whether or not I should get the new iPhone too. It's like, if you really think about it, $1,000 is just $400.
That's the new it's the new like $100.
Yeah. This is episode 146. We're watching together. We watched together this week, so we got that coming up. Stick around. So, other than the movie this week, did you guys watch anything?
I did not.
I did actually. I am caught up on Peacemaker.
Oh, nice.
You know, I did watch.
Yeah,
What are you thinking about it?
caught up on Peacemaker.
It's good.
It's cool. It's cool. I definitely so far I think the first season was better.
So you hate it? Okay.
I don't hate it, but
You
I
didn't
don't
even really
know if
like
I
the first
this-
season.
No, I did like the first.
I thought you said you were like, yeah, it was all right.
No, I just finished it recently. I hadn't even finished it yet.
Maybe it was Dusty who. So one of you guys was like lukewarm on it.
Mm.
I thought.
I just finished it like yesterday, so
I thought it was just okay as a show. Nothing great about it.
Okay. Well, apparently
but
we
I
got
don't like that multiverse thing that's going on in
Nah, don't worry about it. He's gonna do it. First of all, that shit's hilarious because it's too good to be true. I have a feeling it's like a white supremacist universe because I was talking about with Ed.
Oh,
I haven't
yeah.
seen one black dude or a Spanish person in there. It's just
That's
all white
probably-
people.
That's why his dad is so happy. And
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
I have a feeling that's what it's gonna be. Nah, I think James Gunn's cooking. You guys just let him cook, Marvin.
I let him cook. but
Let him cook.
So
Let him cook a
far, I
little bit.
thought it's hilarious either way, but I definitely
Yeah.
thought the first season was better so far.
That's fair. That's fair. And you're enjoying it, Dusty?
It's good. Yeah,
Okay.
It's not great, but it's good. I'm liking it.
I finished the Paper. It's one of the first shows I've
Oh.
binged in a really long time.
Yeah.
That's a quick watch for you.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was only 8 episodes or so, something like that. But half hour. What a really good show. Did you start it yet, Dusty?
I have not. No, I haven't really had time. Although I did finish Shogun. I've been watching that the last couple of weeks.
Oh, nice. Pretty good.
It starts the Paper. It starts a little bit slow. Takes like an episode to like maybe 3 episodes to really kind of like kick into high gear.
Yeah.
But it's fucking funny. It's way funnier than I thought it would be.
That's good.
I was laughing a lot, like out loud laughter. Like it really was funny. And
Is it half hour?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the other thing that
Maybe I'll
surprised me
start it
too, it hits a lot of the same beats as The Office. Like it's a very similar show in terms of like how they, people look at the camera and break the fourth wall, and then there's the interview segments and stuff. It's the same thing in that regard.
Yeah.
But it does a really good job of standing on its own while also sort of respecting The Office of that it's spun off from. So
Right.
it's like it feels like its own show enough to be like, oh, okay, they're not just like trying to redo The Office, and then it also feels enough like The Office, so it's like familiar. So
Yeah.
I think it's really good. I'm looking forward to future seasons. I really enjoyed that.
Nice.
Are we all caught up on? Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna ask if we were all caught up on Alien Earth.
I've not watched
Yes.
the last episode now. All right.
So we're coming up on episode 7.
Damn.
on
Yeah, I have not
Tuesday.
watched 6 then.
And
Yeah.
it's only two more. It's only 2 more episodes
This
next
show's
week.
flying.
So this week and next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so episode 5 was definitely the best. But episode 6 for me was like right there, right after it. Like
Gotcha.
not as good, but it's pretty
Okay.
good.
Yeah, the last episode
Yeah.
was pretty good. Cause shit's starting to like
That's-
pop off now.
Oh,
One
so
I'm
you're
watching
caught up
with-
then, Dan.
Yeah, I'm caught up.
Christina, and
Okay.
we haven't had time to sit down and watch it yet. So it's been a
Gotcha.
scheduling thing for me. Only Murders in the Building, haven't had time to start yet either.
Oh, that was
Foundation
good.
is, supposed to finish that, but yeah.
Man, I just wish in Alien Earth, like I said last week, I just wish they didn't involve the xenomorphs at all. Like it would have been I feel like the show would have been so much better for it. Cause it's like,
It doesn't even really need it, to be honest.
well,
but
because I was just gonna say they're not even focusing on the xenomorph. It's just there. And this isn't a
Yeah.
spoiler, Dusty. You've seen it already, like in the last episode you've watched, but like the xenomorph is just there. It's the other creatures that are really the ones that the show's focusing on. Plus like what it means to be human, like storyline.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Seems like he's playing around with establishing communication with the
Yeah.
aliens, which is not something that's been explored, which I find is fascinating. But I thought it was
Yeah.
funny that Marvin really liked the xenomorph when the show first started. He's like, this guy's a badass, and he fucking died in the next episode.
yeah,
that was pretty
he
funny.
was a badass though. But
He
you know,
was.
the xenomorphs are so young. Like that xenomorph was like super young, right? Like
Hmm.
they just evolved so quickly. It's like I don't know if have we ever seen a xenomorph that like lives a while and like evolves past being like a toddler, just killing shit.
The Queen and Aliens, I
Yeah.
would say, is pretty
Mm.
well aged because they
That's
had
fair.
a chance to develop and plant all the eggs. So yeah.
Right.
Our girl Sigourney Weaver gave a little bit of praise to the show. She said, "I love what Noah's doing. I'm really enjoying the show so much because it's so much broader than Alien itself." So she likes the things that I was complaining about. So I guess I'll just go.
Means you're wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, the woman herself, she likes it.
That's
so
right.
What am I gonna? Am I gonna argue with fucking Ripley? No,
Nah, there's no way.
I can't be doing that. So, yeah, I mean, the show's not bad. It's definitely getting better than I think the first couple of episodes now that stuff is starting to take off, but
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Did you guys catch that Witcher trailer?
No.
Mm.
Mm-mm. I ignore that shit.
I don't know if you remember, but I had hate watched season 3 with Ed.
Oh, you did. I forgot.
Yeah. And the whole thing happened where poor Henry Cavill, he can't catch a fucking break. He plays
He's
Superman.
looking more and more like his brother every time I see him.
Yeah. Liam.
Yeah.
Poor Henry Cavill, man. All he wants to do is just make stuff that he likes doing. And he just
Oh shit.
yeah, he's fighting a wraith here. It's kind of cool. But I don't know. I think that budget left when Henry Cavill left too, because this looks like some fucking Spirit Halloween shit.
Yeah.
Shit looking like CW.
It does look like CW. Hey, whoa, but
Nah,
Superman
that
and
Wraith
Lois
looks pretty
was good.
sick. I'm not gonna lie.
It looks okay. I don't know about him. He
Nah.
looks like he's in cosplay though, to be honest. But I don't know. It's not his fault. He's just taking a job. But I hate watched season 3 with Ed, and we both said we liked it like more than we thought we would. So I have to hate watch this season too, because maybe I'll like this more than I think I will. But
Nah.
this poor guy, he's just, I don't know. He's not cutting it as Geralt. Like, it just looks like a man in cosplay. Like, it's just, I mean, I guess I kind of felt the same thing about Henry too at first.
They should have let Jared Leto do it.
Oh, God. What are you talking about?
That's funny.
It'd have been more memey, more fun to watch.
I don't know. This is the last season too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I believe so.
Thank God.
Poor Henry Cavill, man. Guy just wants to make things that he enjoys doing. And now, did you hear there's a delay in the his show that they're filming because he got hurt?
Warhammer?
Yeah, so the production of that has, or was it Highlander? The production of one of the things he's doing. Maybe it was Highlander that he's making a Warhammer show for sure, but he's also in the new Highlander that's coming. I think one of them got delayed because he got hurt. So unfortunate for him. Poor guy.
Doing his own stunts. Tom Cruise.
He's probably involved somewhat, maybe not doing them all together. Folks, Dusty was a newsman. He used to do video game journalism. Now he does pop culture journalism for us. What do you got for us this week, Dusty?
All right. This is from Deadline. Newly emerged Paramount Skydance has apparently set its eyes on Warner Brothers Discovery. This is, Larry and David Ellison's thing. Larry is the co-founder of Oracle. He's probably one of the richest people in the world next to Elon, I guess.
Oh, shit.
But his son was the one that got the Skydance media project along with Paramount Global. But Ellison has been looking at Warner Brothers for a while. Nothing new here. He's just taking a closer look, assessing the pros and cons. A Paramount insider revealed to Deadline this last week. So, yeah, this could be interesting. Meanwhile, WBD CEO David Zaslav said yesterday that the separation of Warner Brothers and Discovery Global is on track for April. Now, this merger should not have any FCC hurdles because there are apparently no broadcast licensing issues to deal with. So the FCC wouldn't even have anything to do with it. However, it could have some antitrust complaints and some DOJ issues, especially because WBD owns CNN. And we know the guy in charge right now is not a big fan of that network. So...
Wait, the Department of Justice has to approve this? That's crazy.
For some antitrust issues, yeah, because you get just all these big companies getting bigger by buying everybody. It stymies competition. So yeah,
right.
So we are
Definitely
living in a
worth looking at.
despotic hellscape. I'm sorry, I was a little confused there for a minute. I didn't know if we were or not. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Skydance is gonna own everything soon. They're just fucking
The
gobbling
Ellisons
everything up.
are gonna own everything. Yeah, and the Musks, they're gonna own everything's
And
gonna run
Disney.
through like 2 or 3 billionaires. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's gonna literally be Alien Earth in fucking real life.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Well, but for real, but this is
White
like
Cavalier.
but this is but I okay, I mean, whatever. I don't want to get political, but this is not a creative decision. These decisions are made to control the media companies, to control the flow of information. That's why Elon Musk bought Twitter, is so that he could fucking use it as a propaganda fucking network, which he's doing very, very strongly because everybody gets their fucking news from Twitter and it's always fucking batshit insane stuff.
It was a propaganda machine before that, and it will be if Elon doesn't retain control of it. I mean, you can go to any one of the platforms. You can go to Blue Sky. It's a propaganda machine. You can go to fucking...
No, I know, but I'm saying... But he rewrites Grok to when it gets too woke or whatever. Like, it's ridiculous.
I don't really use AI like that. So
No.
I don't know. But yeah, it's interesting. We've got some more news on that. But on to the next piece here. Zaslav was talking about the current state of television. The marketplace is really challenged with too many players in the market.
Oh, interesting.
When people turn on, the consumers put on their TV, it's a terrible consumer experience. In almost every market in the world, there's just way too many choices. Are you Googling? And you're Googling, where is it? How do I get from one to the other? How do I get into that platform? So yeah, he's complaining about too many options, and he expects his platform to be in 150 million homes or more next year, which would basically crown HBO Max as the king of the hill in streaming, in the streaming wars against Amazon, Netflix, Disney, and YouTube.
Apple.
And Apple, yeah. He goes on to say that the fact that this is quality and that it's true across our company, motion picture, TV production, and streaming quality, we all think that gives us a chance to raise prices. We think we're way underpriced, is what he said, Marvin. We're going to take our time, but we are definitely going to raise prices because we're underpriced. So, yeah.
Good.
And
keep raising prices so that you push people to cord cut more and more.
You know
You're
what's
just literally fucking yourselves over.
you
So
know
good
what's
luck.
you know what's good for consumers? You guys, I may not think so, but you would be wrong. Is actually paying more for less. That's actually what's good for
great.
consumers.
Yeah.
What's better for consumers is having less options
Yes.
and having to pay more money. So I just
Correct.
wanted to make sure that was clear for you guys.
No, it gets a little scummier. He talks about password sharing here. He's all, we haven't been pushing
here
on
we
the
go.
password sharing and the economics yet. People are really starting to love HBO Max, and that's the key. We want them to fall in love with our content, with our series, with the differentiated offerings outside the US. It's all tricky with the password sharing. We're going to begin to push on that. He's literally saying we want them to get hooked, and then we're going to say no more password sharing. We're going to raise prices, and you got to have multiple accounts. Go fuck yourself.
Right.
So, yeah.
Man.
I
tell you what,
and
I don't have to
go
fucking
ahead.
Google where everything, what streaming
That's
website,
right.
all this shit is on. I just type the shit in, you know what I'm saying? And hey,
Yar list.
Yep. I mean, listen. There's ways, folks. You could escape this. Their power.
it's very easy.
Their
More
power,
easy than ever, you could say.
Their power is limited.
Yeah,
They
but
don't have to have a
then
hold over you.
the icing on top, the next story, Warner Brothers Discovery and Disney have filed lawsuits against Dish Network for its live streaming service Sling TV for breach of contract by offering limited time programming packages.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
so linear TV ecosystems depend on a long-standing industry standard model of monthly subscription services. Allowing consumers to pick and choose individual programs or days of the week to subscribe would make it impossible for programmers to properly plan and invest in their linear programming or monetize all the content they acquire and produce for linear networks. So what they're saying is the breach of contract is you have to do a month to month. You can't do this short-term programming. So we've got a quote here from EchoStar spokesman, provided a statement to Deadline. Sling TV has broken the mold of expensive, rigid bundles with flexible Sling Orange Day, weekend, and week pass subscriptions. Pay as you want, instant access. This customer-first model challenges the old guard's outdated pricing playbook, exposing their dependence on market power and resistance to change. With no long-term contracts and lower cost, Sling puts control back in the hands of subscribers, signaling a shift towards competition that puts consumer value ahead of monopolistic control.
Freedom fighters.
So we're like full circle. Like Sling TV's like Sling TV has always been pretty good. Like if you want to pay for a week, you want to pay for a day.
Sling has been around for a really
You
long
wanna
time,
pay-
too.
And they have, and they try to let you like, whereas the old guard of like cable television, like, yeah, I'll get DirecTV. You have to pay $100 a month and you get 7,500 channels you're never going to fucking watch. Sling TV has tried to make it so that like, you want to watch this channel, you just want to watch these 4 channels. We can try and do that.
Yeah.
And now Disney and WBD are saying, no.
Nah.
You can't
stop
do that.
immediately.
If we want them to come to us and not use
Right.
your shit. So
So they're
it's
That's
just to
wild.
make sure I'm clear on this. They want less competition, higher
Yes.
prices, multiple
Yes.
accounts, and
yes,
no cheaper alternatives like Sling for TV.
correct. Yeah.
So
yeah,
how
yeah.
can they sue them for offering that?
They're claiming that
What
they
am I
breached
missing?
contract and that they're because they want to funnel people to directly to their content rather than through like an intermediary. Is the
So
way I
Sling
understood
TV
it.
is owned by which one was it?
Dish Network.
Dish Network. Yeah.
Dish Net. So Sling TV is owned by Dish Network.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but they're suing. I can't even, that's like some business stuff that I just can't understand.
Yeah, you sue the
They
parent
own them, but
company
they're
because
suing them.
yeah, you sue the parent company because they have the executive control and decision making that allows Sling TV to provide the just buy one channel access for one day, and they're like, no. You with the contract basically said it was going to be a month to month. It's a long-standing industry standard. We need month-to-month contracts so that we can fucking pay the outrageous Hollywood prices that we've bloated and inflated into fucking the moon. We got to be able to pay those contracts. So you got to stick to what we said and not do this cord-cutting, cost-saving stuff. Don't make it about the consumer. Let's all get rich. Or we're going to fucking sue you.
What's basically happening, Marvin, as I understand it, Warner Brothers had a contract with Sling to allow Sling to distribute some of Warner Brothers' owned content, like
correct
WB
channels
networks,
and content,
channels and stuff like that. What Sling is doing is they're offering those not as a monthly subscription package, but as like a pass. So like, hey, if you want to pay $2 to access fucking, I don't know,
sports or something for
HGTV for the weekend, you could do
semantics. It's a semantics. It's a pass, not a subscription. Like, was Obamacare a tax or not a tax?
Because Sling allows you to pay as you go, and Warner Brothers is like, we don't want that. We want permanent subscribers.
Right.
So Warner Brothers is saying they're breaching contract because they're giving consumers a road to skirt Warner Brothers subscription policy. Basically, is the way that I understand it. So it's just scummy bullshit. Really is what it is.
It's some scummy shit to report on this week. I was like, holy shit, man.
Cut the cord, folks.
David has lost his fucking mind.
No, because they have to, like, they're making movies for fucking $800 billion and then not turning a profit on them. And then, you know, they have
passing it down to the consumer.
Literally, here's what happened. During COVID, nobody was going to the movies. These companies were like, oh, we're hemorrhaging money. We have to make money. Let's create streaming services and funnel everybody to those. Then COVID ended, and now they're just stuck with these streaming services that they're left to have to try to like warrant their existence. Is essentially what it is. So this is the new world, folks. It's fine. I've got some A24 news real quick. Nothing crazy. A24 is, we've talked about before, they're starting to up their spending as well, trying to get involved with like some bigger productions. Apparently, they're buying the film and TV rights to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They're expected to develop a TV series produced by JT Malner and Glenn Powell as the first project. I don't know.
Wait, Glenn Powell's producing shit.
Yep. Okay. But our boy Leatherface is going to come to the silver screen. Yeah, no, that's the big screen. He's coming to TV, folks. That's all there is to know.
The small screen.
Small screen.
Coming to a home near you.
Yeah, what could a Texas Chainsaw Massacre show look like? Prequel about the family, whatever
I don't know.
Very creative things.
So based on the game, so I don't know how many
limited series, maybe.
I don't know how many of the characters from the Texas Chainsaw game are like actually a part of the lore.
In the original movie, it's just him, and the grandfather, mother person.
Yes, but I think it was part 2 to introduce Cook. It was either 2 or 3. They introduced the Cook guy, and he's fucking great. They need to involve him and whatever.
I'm not like super caught up on the canon of those movies. I don't know if Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is like considered part of the canon.
It's so funny, like the Cook. Like, I just remember him serving chili, and they had like human. Yeah. Like they had like the best chili in the county or whatever, and it was with human meat. Like this shit was so funny.
Yeah. All right.
Green.
What else you got for us, Dusty?
Okay. Well, we got. Speaking of remakes, okay. So we got Did you watch the Dust Bunny trailer, Dan?
Yes.
Okay, this is a Brian Fuller's Lionsgate horror flick starring Mads Mikkelsen and Sigourney Weaver. Well, he's the creator of Hannibal. Yeah, it does. It looks like coming out December. It looks like a fun watch. He's the creator of Hannibal, and he did an interview with Screen Rant at TIFF recently where he was showing Dust Bunny, and it apparently got pretty good reviews there. But he revealed his passion project, which is also a remake. He says, my dream project is to do a limited series of Silence of the Lambs with Mads Mikkelsen and Zendaya as Clarice Starling. If I could put anything out in the universe, I would put that in the universe. So he would reimagine the psychological cat and mouse game of the novels Red Dragon, Hannibal, and Hannibal Rising for a new generation.
Marvin,
What's up?
have you seen Silence of the Lambs?
Is that I feel like I've seen this,
Oh,
but
boy.
like it's
Anthony
so
Hopkins.
old. I've kind of seen this, like partially seen this.
Maybe
I haven't
that's-
I haven't seen it as an adult. Like I couldn't really tell you.
All right, maybe that'll be the Make Marvin watch for next month for Halloween.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Mm.
Maybe.
N-
I love Anthony
A lot of
Hopkins,
people-
so
He's
A lot of
yeah.
people what?
He's one of the few. He's one of the few that made a lot of people don't like the other movies and think that The Silence of the Lambs is a perfect representation of the book on film, and so it doesn't really need to be remade. But I don't know. Did you watch Hannibal, Dan,
No.
with Mads? Oh, it was great.
I've heard it's
It was
good.
a very
though.
good
People
show.
like it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think it'd be fun to have this in the series, Red Dragon, Hannibal, and Hannibal Rising. Anthony reprised his role in these movies, but he was like the only one. They had a different Clarice, I think. In
Which movie's the one
Red
where
Dragon.
he eats fucking what's his name's brain at the dinner table? The
That's
Goodfellas
Red
actor.
Dragon.
No,
Yeah, Ray Liotta.
That's not that's not Red Dragon. Is that Hannibal? I don't know.
you guys don't know.
It's Red Dragon is the one where he feeds the guy to the pigs, right?
Oh yeah, it's Hannibal. It's Hannibal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that vividly from a kid. I haven't seen it since, but like I just remember he's just getting his brain eaten at the dinner table. He's like drooling. It's like while he's alive.
Mhm.
Bruh,
Yeah.
it's wild.
Yeah. That's good.
I could see
Good
Matt.
movies.
I mean, Mads is a good actor, so I could see him doing anything. I don't know about Zendaya for Clarice, but whatever. I don't picture her in
Yeah.
that role. A lot of these Gen Z actors coming up, I have a hard time seeing them in the roles that they're being chosen for because they look young. They look very young. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of back then where everybody
Yeah, everybody looked older.
45.
Yeah. It's interesting. Also, speaking of remakes and stuff, another thing that I had saw here, this one's close to home. Not 15 minutes away from me, this house exists. But David Sandberg is set to direct a new Amityville horror movie for Amazon.
Ooh.
Peter
You live close
Safran.
to this?
Oh, yeah. It's like 15 minutes away.
Oh, fuck.
Peter Safran will produce the film through his production company, according to Deadline. So that could be interesting. There was already a remake of this with Ryan Reynolds that was a abomination. That came out in like the early 2000s, maybe. I don't remember.
Mm.
This is a good movie. And I've been like, the house is unfortunately like people who live. It's like the Breaking Bad house. People fucking drive by all the time on Halloween.
I bet.
They changed this the way it looks here in this pic. Like this is the classic look of the house that it was like. It looked like a face with those windows being the eyes.
Yeah.
But the people who had lived in the house like in the later years, they like remodeled it, so it's not recognizable as like the house. But
okay.
but I don't know if you know, last week you were kind of glazing The Conjuring or whatever that movie.
I
is.
was not glazing The Conjuring.
A little
I said
bit.
it was pretty good.
A little bit.
I enjoyed it. That's not glazing it.
The new one is getting absolutely shit on. And
Come on. Really?
and I had heard that the end of the movie like celebrates that couple that the movie is about. The two Edward Warren and Lorraine Warren. They're the couple that are portrayed in these movies that are like the fucking exorcist ghost hunter people. And they became famous because they were the ones that like were part of the real life Amityville horror situation that the movie's based on.
Right.
But like these people, this couple, part of the reasons why I don't want to watch those movies is this couple, they preyed on people with mental illness. They preyed on people that were like dealing with trauma and like genuine grief and stuff. Like these two are some of the biggest grifters in fucking history. And they've been debunked fucking 6 ways from Sunday that their fucking shtick was full of shit. So like I don't know. And apparently the new Conjuring movie at the end, I had seen that like the movie really celebrates them as like these like heroes. There's like a text blurb about like all the good they've done and like all this shit. It's like, fuck these people.
Wow.
But yeah, anyhow, Amityville Horror remake coming to Amazon. That's a good movie. Maybe I'll make you watch. Maybe we'll watch that. We got to pick some horror movies for October. Folks, leave a comment down below if you have any horror movie ideas for us to watch throughout the month of October. We try to do a balance of some new ones, and then, you know, obviously for Make Marvin Watch, it'll be a classic usually. Might make you watch The Town That Dreaded Sundown. It's a good one. We'll see.
Sundown Town? I don't know.
Old pumpkin.
No, it's not Sundown Town. I can see. Yeah, no, I could see the confusion. Yeah.
I too would have dreaded Sundown.
Okay. Well, we've got Dave Franco responding to the lawsuit about Together.
Yes.
He was asked about it in an interview recently, probably at TIFF as well. There's a lot of stuff going on there this last week or two. So he had this to say, Michael Shanks, our writer-director, has already put out a statement that we fully stand behind. We have an extensive paper trail that proves how ridiculous these claims are. We have the receipts. I hope you can understand that we are moving forward and we're going to celebrate this film that we put our literal blood, sweat, and tears into. Now, the Michael Shanks statement is lengthy, but there's a little bit of it here. He says, I wish I didn't have to clarify this, but I completed the first draft in 2019 and registered it to the Writers Guild of America that same year. In October 2020, I received development funding from Screen Australia to further the project. In 2022, my agent at WME introduced me to Dave Franco. From our very first meeting, we bonded over our love of horror, and I pitched him Together, a script I had been trying to get into production for years with no luck. Soon after, he and Alison Brie came on board to act and produce the film. To now be accused of stealing this story, one so deeply based on my own lived experience, one I've developed over the course of several years, is devastating and taken a heavy toll. The suggestion not only undermines the work, but also attempts to erase the emotional and professional journey I've taken to bring it to life. But more importantly, the facts matter. The timeline is documented, the drafts, submissions, and correspondence are all there.
Right.
So this is a lawsuit by Studio Swift or something. I forget the name, but they're claiming that it was their idea first and it was stolen. So apparently Shanks has got the receipts and he's saying, fuck off. I've got my own anxiety. This is based on my own relationship and my own codependency with my own wife. And I've been developing them for years. So kick rocks.
Well, the lawsuit alleges that besides the similar plot, themes, characters, dialogue, and sequence of events are all similar to a film called Better Half. And the producers of Better Half, Jess Jacklin and Charles Beale, allegedly pitched the script to, this is where it gets even juicier. They allegedly pitched their script to Brie Larson and Dave Franco via their agents in 2020, and both actors passed, which seems like they liked the idea, brought it to Shanks and was like, hey, here's this idea that we have or got or something. I don't know. It's very.
Or he pitched it to, well, he says he pitched it to Dave. Shanks did.
Yeah.
And maybe Dave was like, we got both of these. I like this one better, but, maybe we can interweave because they're already so similar. Who's going to know the difference? Well, yeah, the creators of the other one would know, but nobody else would know, I guess. So it's interesting for sure, but
maybe it's just a strange coincidence.
Plausible.
Hey, yeah.
Well,
it's plausible, but yeah, that's the movie we were here to talk about. So that's all the news I have.
All right, Dusty. Thanks again for the news. We appreciate it, and you better appreciate them too, folks listening. Let's get into today's review, and that is Together, the 2025 classic. Every so often doing this podcast, we get a movie where the rating just like completely doesn't match the movie itself, at least in my opinion. This was one of those times. Are people getting paid for good reviews? Like we've talked about this before, and there was some like proof of such things happening on Rotten Tomatoes. So reviews are always to be taken with a grain of salt. But if people are getting paid, where do we sign up? Because I could be bought. Someone contact me, email me.
I could be bought.
I genuinely don't understand how this movie has such high praise. And
I
all
don't think
these.
I could, in conscience, give a shitty movie a good review.
No,
Couldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it either. But yeah, I genuinely don't understand how this movie has such high praise on all the review sites. Something's not adding up. So let's talk about it and whether it's like this flawless gem that apparently everybody watched, except for me. So this is the story of Tim and Millie, Dave Franco and Allison Brie. They're a couple. They live in a city. And they're years into their relationship, almost a decade, the movie explicitly tells you, into their relationship. Tim and Millie find themselves at a little bit of a crossroads, and they're going to move out into the country so that Millie could take a job as a teacher in this small town. And we're presented with like this kind of tension in the relationship because she decides to do something cute and propose to him in their going away party in front of all their friends and loved ones, which clearly seemed to emasculate him or something weird. I don't know. And so there's already tension when they move out to this remote town somewhere. They're hiking in the woods and they fall into a fucking sinkhole in the ground where a previous couple has gone missing, which we see in the cold open of the movie. And they drink mysterious water because, you know, that's what Bear Grylls would do. And some shit pops off. So,
Bear Grylls would not drink that raw water. He would boil it or filter it or do a million another things.
Yeah. So Marvin, you were actually excited for this movie. So why don't you start? Let's hear what you thought about it. Generally,
yeah, I was super excited for this. I mean, I didn't hate this movie. It was like a cool watch for me. It definitely. I mean, it was a letdown though. Even though I enjoyed it,
right?
Like overall, it definitely was a letdown to like when I watched the trailer and stuff. And maybe that was just partly due to having seen the trailer in theaters. It kind of can have that effect sometimes where it might make the movie seem better than it is. I don't know if you guys
hate it when a trailer overhypes a movie and you're excited for it, and it's not even what the trailer was like. 9-day difference. I hate it.
That's my whole life. I don't know about you guys. I didn't watch this trailer and get excited for the movie. I just don't like body horror. I think that's what it boils down to.
Oh, okay.
I've hated every body horror movie we've watched. I hated the last one we watched, which was the one with fucking what's her name? What was that one?
Wait, no, you hated Substance?
Yeah, hated The Substance.
What? You said you liked it.
No, I don't think I did.
I think you did.
No, No. I said the movie was. I didn't like something about it. I don't really remember off the top of my head, but we all three of us were like, you two versus me. We were going like back and forth on it because I did not like.
Need the Carfax on that.
Yeah, we need the. So, Jamie, pull up that video. Pull up the thing that I just said that was complete horseshit, as if it was 100% truth. I also didn't like Infinity Pool. I don't think any of us like that one.
Oh no,
that movie was dog shit. I hated the fucking movie with Vigo. That one that was like one of the first movies we watched on the podcast. Do you remember that one? What was that one called? Where the guy's like
Crimes Against the Future or whatever.
Crimes of the Future. Yeah, the guy's getting like a fucking stomach blowjob or some weird shit. I just body horror is just not for me, and it's not because it's shocking or gross or anything. It's just like they're always stupid fucking movies. But anyway, continue what you were saying, Marvin. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, The Fly is a perfect example of a good body horror movie.
The Fly is an amazing movie. Maybe we'll watch Marvin watch The Fly.
The Thing. What about The Thing?
The Thing could be considered body horror. Yeah, I would say, but not more sci-fi than body horror.
Oh, for sure.
Because body horror usually focuses on the transformation of whatever's happening.
Okay, yeah.
Hellraiser.
But no, I mean, that's pretty much it. It wasn't that much to it.
So you were disappointed by it?
I was disappointed by it. I'm just trying to remember some of the stupid stuff.
Don't worry, I got them listed for
movie.
you.
Yeah, we can go over that later. Yeah.
How about you, Dusty? What'd you think? This one?
I'm kind of with you. Body horror is not my thing. I thought this had some good potential and some good direction it could have gone in, but I feel like it faltered from just terrible writing. It is what it felt like. Just and maybe like I try to fucking talk this one up every time, but the stupid decisions or indecisions that happen in horror movies sometimes, like, oh my God, our legs are stuck together. What the fuck? It's probably just mildew. Like, what the fuck? And then I'm going to have a weird fucking episode in the shower and I'm just going to hide it because I think I'm going crazy. Like, just the stupid decisions or non-decisions. It drives me insane.
So,
I mean, I get the whole codependency and the anxiety, like they're trying to, I guess, but like, if I don't know, don't be in a relationship that long. Like if you're in a relationship that's bad, that it's that bad and you've been in it for 10 years, you're not living the life you should be living. Get out.
Right. I think
that's the best takeaway from the movie.
Yeah. Is it though? And I'll explain why. Because, so first of all, you hit the nail on the head, Dusty. The writing in this movie was so profoundly bad that I actually do think they stole the script. And here's why. I was
going to say, did AI write this one? Because we've already questioned that before.
I think they stole the script, gave it to this Michael Shanks character, because this is his first feature film, who has no experience making a professional movie, who wrote this fucking whatever the fuck this movie is, and added the whole subplot about his family that goes absolutely nowhere to be the difference between the two scripts so that they could be like, no, we didn't steal anything. I think that's actually what happened. And I think if you watch the movie, it's very plainly obvious that that's what happened because neither plot is written by a professional writer. I'm sorry. Okay. So obviously I understand the themes that this movie wants to explore. You just touched on it a little bit. Codependency, being with somebody that maybe you shouldn't be with. I get it. It's very on the nose. But that whole premise that you're trying to tell the audience hinges 100% on the chemistry of the two actors. And I'm sorry, these two had fucking zero chemistry.
Oh yeah, that was pretty
real
bad.
life couple, by the way.
Yeah, they felt like they felt like they literally didn't know each other at all. Okay.
Yikes.
And their chemistry was so bad that I wasn't sold on either that they were a couple in a toxic relationship, maybe forcing themselves to be with each other because they're scared of like, you know, being alone or whatever. And I certainly didn't believe that they were like a happy couple. And Dusty just said they're married in real life, which makes it even worse that their chemistry in this movie is so fucking bad. And that only boils down to direction and writing. Like, that's the only way. Because Brie Larson's not a bad actress. Dave Franco's a pretty shitty actor, but like, he was especially bad in this. That guy, his acting range is like various levels of being out of breath. Like, he's just always exaggerated.
It's his voice, man. It's his voice. It's his voice. I know you can't.
No, every line
control your voice, but like,
dude, every line of dialogue starts with. Like he's just, I don't get it. I don't know why he does that.
He's just hurt. He's hurt.
He's hurt. God. So like,
he's hurt bad.
You know, I don't know. I guess on some level, the point was for them to not have chemistry, but that would be a really big reach of me just sort of like, just scraping the bottom of the barrel to try to give this movie a little bit of credit.
Yeah.
But I think it's just that the writing's like really bad. Like now here's a for instance, right? They fall into this cave that is not a normal cave, very bizarre fucking cave, right? With a sinkhole and a hole in it that looks like an asshole in the earth. And there's like church pews scattered in the walls
and bells,
and a bell. And they're just like, let's just stay here for the night because it's raining out.
Looks fine. Take a nap.
I'm thirsty. What would Bear Grylls do? I know. He would just slurp this water for no reason whatsoever. Like, when it's raining outside and you could literally stick your fucking cup up into the hole and collect rainwater, he decided to drink water from a mysterious hole in the earth.
Yeah.
Okay?
Sounds good.
And of course, drinking the magic water is what causes this issue that happens in the movie where the two become magnetically drawn to one another. Their bodies are beginning to merge and they're trying to resist it. And when the merger, it's literally magnetic. When there's a scene that Dusty mentioned where she goes out to this town for 1 second, I guess, he like blacks out and is like being magnetized to the wall, like in the direction that she's driving. And then he like snaps out of it. He's like, oh man, I must have anxiety, because that's what happens when people have anxiety is they fucking crush a shower wall with their head. So there's another point in the movie. He tells her like what is literally the most traumatic story a person has ever told another human being ever in the history of life itself. How like it's just an outlandish story. He's like, they move in, he smells some smell, and he's like, oh
yeah,
I know exactly where it is. He reaches up into the ceiling and pulls out a dead rat. And she's like, oh, how did you know where that smell was coming from? And he's like, it's something I don't really talk about much. But when I was younger, there was a rat in my ceiling, and I was living with the smell for so long that I got used to it.
The lad was cooking it.
Yeah, the light was cooking it. And then I came home one day from God knows where, and my dad had been dead for several days. And he was just, his corpse was in bed, and my mom was just sitting there staring at me. It was like, what the fuck what is happening?
It came from nowhere.
Came from
Where did
nowhere.
it was so random.
Went nowhere. It made no sense, number one. Where did he go? He didn't even say, like, what did you came home one day, like randomly for being away for 3 days? Like, I don't. So he has
I think one of the more, yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say one of the more like believable redeeming scenes for me through the whole movie is when they had the awkward dinner conversation with the neighbor where like they're kind of bickering at each other, like, oh yeah, I can't go anywhere because she's got me trapped here. And she's like, well, I'd starve because he's the only one that cooks and I don't know how to cook. Like that felt like a couple that was kind of bitter with each other, and that kind of argument or conversation could come up when a stranger's around. Like you're taking these like low level subtle jabs at each other.
Yeah.
To like, that was like the only scene I was like, okay, this is believable. I get this. Like, but the rest of it was just like, what the fuck are they doing? Like your dick got stuck inside of her and you're like, oh, that's just normal. You know, it's been a while. Like what?
Yeah, that
What?
was wild.
It's been a while.
That
Man.
was insanity,
So,
actually. I
like-
forgot about that.
So yeah, like, and okay, so now there was some like,
Holy.
there was some cool like visual stuff, like in terms of like what was going on with them and whatever. It was all done with CGI,
Yeah.
and maybe some of it was practical. And there was some cringeworthy moments where I was like, ooh, like what the fuck? But like this whole movie relies on their chemistry. And again, they just had none. Like, I can't believe that they're a married couple in real life. I knew they were going into the movie, but like, I do not believe these two people know each other at all. There was one brief moment where their acting was good and the chemistry was good. And that's like when they're freaking out a little bit, when shit starts to really pop off, and like she goes to see the neighbor and realizes he's like in the cult or whatever. And you know, whatever. And so that's the plot, folks, is that there's this, the cave was a church that belonged to this like cult in the woods that like worship this fucking thing that Plato talked about, I guess, where like couples are like the universe creates you as one, but like you get split apart or something. I don't know. So
I don't know.
yeah, who the fuck knows? Some Plato shit.
Yeah. And that scene where she walks in the house, like, it's just, oh yeah, look, nobody's answering, and there's this fucking TV playing some weird video, and I'm gonna walk in and fucking watch this and reveal everything. Like the whole, it's just uninspiring and unoriginal, and like, what the fuck are we doing? The guy standing in the corner watching her. Oh, you've been chosen.
It's you've been chosen to be happy.
Out of nowhere.
It's really lazy is what it is. It's lazy writing because, you know, obviously, again, when we talk about it a lot, when you watch a horror movie, you have to detach yourself from reality a little bit and accept the fact that you're going to see some nonsense. But that doesn't mean that everybody has to do the horror movie trope. It's a trope for a reason, because it's stupid. Is that these people are just doing the most dumb fucking things that nobody would do in real life. And there's no level of believability. There's no way to separate yourself that much from reality to believe that somebody would be so fucking stupid while it's raining outside to drink water from a stagnant pool in a cave instead of the rainwater that's 2 feet away. Like, I'm sorry, there's just no way you could expect me to believe that a human being would do that.
Right.
Also, I'm lost. Let me open the compass instead of the Maps app.
Right. Well, yeah,
What
that
are we?
Well,
What
they
are
didn't
we
have
doing?
service, I guess.
yeah,
Right?
sure, yeah.
Okay.
Complex works
Yeah,
without
and-
service.
All right. So, pro tip, guys, if you're gonna go out in the woods and you go camping, you can cache Google Maps or whatever fucking map you use.
Here we
It takes
go.
a couple of meg,
No,
fucking
that's
cache
facts.
that shit,
That's
and you can
facts.
GPS works even with you don't have cell service because it's goddamn satellites.
That's
So if you
facts.
got a view of the
Facts.
sky, you
That's
can
true.
fucking never get lost. Like this is
That's
No.
facts.
fucking simple hiking 101 going out in the woods.
Look at that beard.
Anyhow.
He knows. He knows. You got to listen. I didn't even know that, honestly. You just taught me something, so that's cool.
Good.
Yeah, I don't know. That yeah, no, this was a rough one. That I mean, there were a couple moments that were funny. They were written to be played as a laugh, and it worked. So I guess that's something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, so they're being like magnetized together, but it's not just like, I don't know. The movie explains nothing. It's almost like there's like it's not just like they're being magnetized to one another. There's like a supernatural force of sorts, like pulling them together.
Yeah,
that
it's
is-
not just mental
Yeah, no, or physical.
or even physical, I guess. It's like, yeah, they're literally just being pulled together in the craziest way.
Yeah, there's a supernatural element to it that is like never explored whatsoever. They don't try to explain it. They don't
And
even
they made
mention
it weird because when they show the dogs, like the dogs are staring at each other like they're both trying to fucking be
Right.
together and they know what's going on. Where they both drank the water. It wasn't just him. She drank the water too,
Mhm.
but she didn't have any of the things that he was
Right.
feeling, which was weird for me. I was like,
She did later.
wait, these dogs. Yeah, but I guess. I
No,
don't
but you're
know.
right.
It
In
was
the
just-
beginning, she wasn't feeling it. He was. The dog.
Yeah, it was
did
just. It
instantly.
felt like it was just affecting him and not her.
Right.
Where when the dogs did it, it seemed like it affected them both immediately.
Because again, the movie was it was a lazy written movie.
Yeah.
It wasn't thought out at all,
So dumb.
and they were trying to really shoehorn in the message of like, oh, this is what happens when you're codependent. Like codependency is usually one sided, right? Oh, it could be both two sided, but in this case, it was one sided. So he, of course, had
Yeah.
to feel the brunt of the issue. So I don't know. Very, very lazy, very, very uninspired. I wish they kind of explored the supernatural element of it. That would have made it a little more interesting, but they didn't at all.
Yeah.
And then by the end of the movie, they're like, "Oh, we have no choice but to just like merge because we love each other and there's nothing we could do about it." And then they just become this like they them like androgynous fucking weird
Oh my
looking
God,
thing.
that was so bad.
Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
The
Well,
voice
yeah, there
wasn't
was-
even in sync with his fucking lips.
No, I think that was the point.
Okay.
There
I
was
guess
the
so.
one point that I thought was.
I don't know if that was the point,
I mean, yeah.
Go ahead.
where he's got the knife in his back of his pants, and you're like, okay, wait, is he gonna self-sacrifice and kill himself, or is he gonna stab her in the neck and save himself? Like, there was
I
one
thought he
point
was
there I
gonna-
was like, kind of interested in the movie. I'm like, holy shit, is he gonna like really kill her? Is he gonna be selfish and kill her, or is he gonna be selfless and kill himself? And then
I
it's like,
100% thought he was going to
okay.
kill her. I was
I
like,
did
this guy's a
too.
piece of shit.
Yeah,
He's
Let me
for
tell
sure
you-
gonna kill her.
Both of those endings would have been better than what we got.
yeah, I agree.
Had he killed himself, it would have been a nice redemption arc for him. That like because he was selfish in the relationship, like he didn't fucking drive. He was a fucking starving artist musician while she brought in all the money or whatever. Like it would have been nice that he sacrificed himself to save her. That would have been a nice redemption arc. Alternatively, had he killed her, it would have been like a fucking cool like horror movie ending of like, wow, this guy was a real piece of shit and that sucks for
Yeah.
her. But
Right.
instead they just merge and become this like weird looking fucking thing. I don't know. It was fucking stupid.
Now, yeah,
We
yeah.
are one.
And it wasn't even like I saw some people online being like, oh, this fucking was a trans thing. It's like that wasn't even what it was trying to do. It was doing nothing.
No.
It was just a nothing thing.
Yeah, it was just so strange that
At least I didn't take
they
it that
were
way.
the chosen. Why were they the chosen ones when, like you said, they had almost no chemistry?
Why not?
They were on the verge of breaking up. It's not like they were like like a love. Well, I mean, I guess I don't know.
Why not?
You know, like I'm trying to like a love at first sight.
They weren't
type
passionately
of deal, where
in
it's
love
like,
with each other. Yeah.
We're doing
Yeah,
what we're
like it
doing.
wasn't anything like that. to
This
me,
is like
it
a
was-
pitch meeting video where the producer's like, why would they be the chosen one when they have no chemistry? And the writer's like, because. Like that's
That's it.
that's just
Because
because.
got off
Why
my
not?
back about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Why was the
Because
other
shut
couple
up.
chosen?
Oh, okay.
I don't even think they
Well,
were chosen.
they, I don't know, bro.
Yeah, who knows? Whatever. Movie was terrible. It is what it is. And then, like, while she's still of her, like Dusty said, there's a whole portion of this where she doesn't know what's going on. She thinks he's just being fucking weird and crazy. And he shows up to her school where she teaches children in elementary school and is like, I want you so bad. And she just like fucks him.
Oh
in the
my
bathroom of
that
the
was
school.
So cringe.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
shit was like I hate
She's
even
gotta-
saying like when something's cringe, but that shit was fucking cringe.
Like you're a professional teacher who thinks their husband is being weird is just gonna like fuck him in the bathroom where
In
students are
the boys'
children.
bathroom. Yeah, not
Yeah.
even the
Literal
faculty
shit.
restroom.
In
Come
the
on
boys'
now.
bathroom. And then
Dude.
he's like he like even checks her on it. He's like, well, you fucked me too. And she's like, well, you don't fuck me for months and then tell me you want me. What am I supposed to do? It's like not fuck him at school.
Yeah, that's insane. What do you mean?
Ah.
That they must have got some like Zack Snyder consultation on that or something. Like, that's some weird.
Some
Yeah, they called up Zach. They phoned a friend. Zach was like,
Like, yo, what should we do here? Oh yeah, they should for sure fuck in the kids' bathroom. All right, got it. Run it.
and show her tits later in the movie. And also his stretched dick.
Oh yeah. Oh, that shit fucking hurt. That shit did hurt.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. This movie was just this suffered from really, really bad and lazy writing.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Like you said, maybe they did steal the script, and because like
I think I would
it felt like they had no idea what they were fucking doing.
no idea. This did not
Plot,
feel
the
like
plot and everything.
this
like,
did not feel like a movie that, and again, that's just speculation. I can't say one way or the other, but what I can say is that
Yeah.
this did not feel like a movie that like had a cohesive vision on it of some like this
No.
did not feel like
like
something
compared to like weapons or something, right? And it's
Right.
like not even close to as cohesive as weapons was.
no.
yeah.
And then there was, like I said, the side plot with the dad with the parents was like so fucking random for no reason. What was the point of it? So you could explain. Like I don't even understand. I don't understand the point of it. Is that's the whole thing? It served no purpose.
Yeah.
He didn't have to find the rat. So here's the thing. You could say, oh well, they added that to explain why he sniffed out the rat. Well, he didn't have to sniff out the rat to begin with. So could have just eliminated that from the movie. And then the only other
didn't
thing
even look like he sniffed it out. He just walked straight to the lamp and looked up. Like
the only other
They
And
just
thing.
they-
wanted
there.
to have a scary woman on the screen, and they needed a
There
reason to
you
do
go.
it. Like
You nailed
just
it.
Was so dumb, bro.
You nailed it because they needed 2 or 3 scenes that were dream sequences that had to be like scary jump scare moments in this movie.
yeah.
So they inserted that plot. I think they inserted that plot so that they had some ground to stand on when they were eventually accused of stealing the script. Because it was so out of place, made no sense to the story, served no purpose. What, other than the fact that he suffered a trauma? Okay, mention that his family died. That's it. Easy. And then, but you
The
didn't.
fucking rat, bro,
But
the
then,
rat.
not only is it pointless, but it's a story that is so fucking outlandish. Okay, so outlandish. You're gonna tell me that this didn't come up once in your 10-year relationship? Hey, babe, I just want you to know I walked in on my dead dad in bed with my mom, smiling weird and creepily.
Mhm.
Copy that.
Yeah.
She's like, why
I
am I?
don't tell a lot of people this,
Yeah.
especially my 10-year girlfriend of 10 years.
Oh, don't say
I don't
girlfriend.
tell a lot of people this.
Girlfriend
Yeah.
sounds childish. Say partner, as they say. in the
Partner.
movie.
Sorry.
Partner.
Yeah, I don't know. This was
the boy partner, girl partner.
Yeah, boy partner. This was a very big miss for me. Also, the cult guy, her teacher friend, like clearly was part of the cult. Like from the second he
The second I saw him smile, like, yep.
starts talking to her in the
Yeah.
school when she works on her first day, it's like, hey, he's clearly part of the cult. Like obviously,
That's a villain smile if
Yeah.
I ever seen one.
Yeah, he looked like he wanted to be together with her.
And speaking
That's
of
true.
hiking and stupid decisions, if you're hiking and you come across a path with like perfectly woven branches and bells, like don't go that way.
Bells.
Nobody would ever go that way. If I walked upon
The
that in real
bells,
life,
bro, nah.
my
Yeah,
ass is turned around so fast. Okay. So
100%.
I don't know. This was a big miss for me. I strenuously did not like this movie. I really couldn't think of like a single redeeming quality to it. Maybe the special effects, but even those were a little bit cartoonish at times. So like, I don't know. Was there anything else you guys wanted to talk about with this?
I think, I mean, as always, when we talk about these things, I have a different perspective, and I think I didn't enjoy this as much as I thought I did.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay if you did.
'cause
It's not a big deal, but
No, I don't have any shame of like having a different opinion than you guys or anything like that. I just, every time we talk about stuff, I usually
get
come out with
enlightened.
different.
That's the whole point of this. Yeah,
Yep.
maybe.
I watched this
Oh,
2 days ago, and I thought about it a lot yesterday, and I was like, do I really fucking hate this movie, or was it really that bad? Like, I was trying to find redeeming things about it, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really that bad.
yeah,
It's
it was
really
not
that
good.
bad.
It's just like, I don't know. And like, it has a 90% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, like, and a 76% audience score. Like, there's just no way these are real reviews. Like, I don't believe it. I just don't believe that. Because Rotten Tomatoes is notorious for tearing movies apart when they're actually good. Excuse me.
Right.
Now all of a sudden, like, we watched the same movie. We're not like, it's not all of a sudden we just have like no taste in movies where we're like, we just totally missed what was so brilliant about this.
Nah, right.
Like,
yeah.
it's just, I don't believe that these reviews are real. So I don't know. That's where I'm at on it. And it has an equally high rating on IMDb. It's got a 6.8. Now, I cannot, in good conscience, give it. It's not even mid for me. This is below mid. This is like a 4 at best for me.
Whew.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a 5 for me. It's a mid movie. I don't know if I'd drop it to a 4. Like I said, there was a couple of good scenes, and it had potential, but it needed better directing and better writing. So it's mid. I wouldn't really recommend it unless you're bored. And
That's
in which
fair.
case it might be all right.
Yeah, it's probably like a 5.5.
5.5. Okay.
It's like, yeah.
Like Dusty just nailed it. Under the direction and writing of under the guidance of a better writer and director, this could have been an actually really good movie. Like, I think the premise was cool, while a little on the nose. It was a cool premise. It was a different type of body horror, at least that I haven't seen before. So, you know, it had
Jordan
some.
Peele would have killed it at doing this movie.
Oh yeah, this would have been a great Jordan Peele movie. I could name
That's
a
true.
couple of directors who would have knocked this out of the park probably, but yeah, even for a first time director, first time feature film, I can't give it a better than a 4, unfortunately, but that's just our thoughts, folks. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought about it. Are you one of the 70% on Rotten Tomatoes that thought this was great? Or more, but I forgot what it was, 70% audience score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Critics loved it, right?
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
Fresh.
That's actually,
It's
somebody's
crazy.
getting paid off.
I'm telling you.
It's collusion on this one.
Shoot us an email. We'll talk. But that's going to do it for us this week, folks. We appreciate you hanging out with us. Feel free to join our Discord. It's free to join. The link is down below at harshlanguage.tv. We post our schedule there for the whole month, usually, so you can watch along with us. You'll get notifications and stuff for new episodes, of course, and then we also share like movie news and trailers and stuff that sometimes don't make it into the show. So if you want to know what we're looking at, join the Discord. Last week, we talked about 28 Years Later, the highly anticipated sequel to 28 Days Later. You can check that out in the link below. And if you want to see some of the other movies that we've reviewed in the past, that'll also be down in the links as well. So explore the channel and binge watch, if you will. But we appreciate you hanging out. Leave a like, do all the good stuff, and we'll catch you next week. Next week, we're talking about 9 to 5, actually. Classic. It's a Make Marvin watch. Dusty's pick. So
Woke movie before woke movies
Let's go.
existed.
love wokeness. Tune in.
That song is woke as fuck.
What song?
Yeah. 9 to 5.
9 to 5.
Tune in next week to see Marvin's first time thoughts on 9 to 5, the classic with
Yes,
Jane
sir.
Fonda, Dolly Parton, and Lily Tomlin. So we'll catch you then, folks. Thanks again for hanging out.
See ya.
Hasta.